Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. So today I am back with a very chill, casual video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A that I had planned to do last year and didn't get around to doing. So I actually screenshot a couple of questions that you guys sent in via my Instagram DM. And if you're not following me there, go ahead and follow me at Karina_Waldron. And I'm just going to be just chit-chatting away a little bit and allowing you guys to get to know me a little bit more. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, my name is Karina Waldron, and I would absolutely love it if you hit the subscribe button and become a part of our wonderful family here on YouTube. So get yourself a drink, okay? I'm going to be talking a lot, so I needed something to cool my throat. So I have myself a yummy iced latte, and let's jump right into these questions. So I always get questions on my chain and lip color that I'm using. So I'm going to link them down below. This one is from Maybelline and I love it. I forget the name of it. It's so juicy. And the necklace that I've been wearing a lot, there's two particular ones from Jenny Bird, especially when I'm wearing something very casual like a plain shirt. These just stand out beautifully. So this is from Jenny Bird. Absolutely love it. We'll link it down below. And then I don't know if you guys can see my rings, but let me know if you guys want me to link it down below also. I love that some of you ask questions outside of fragrances because, you know, there's a lot more layers to me than fragrances. So thank you for that. But let's jump into this. So I do have still quite a few fragrance questions. So I'm just gonna go ahead and answer as I read. But let's start with, how do you find the time to be so glamorous while also being a mommy and living fabulous? I love that question, living fabulous. Honestly, this question is amazing because it all has to do with self-care and loving yourself, self-worth, and all that good stuff that I love to preach here on my channel, on Instagram. As I get older, I realize that it is very important to also put yourself first and take care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, in order to be the best version of yourself for your kids especially. And so I really make an effort to make time for myself. Otherwise, I become very overwhelmed with everything that I have to do, because you mommies out there know that there's so much going on a day-to-day basis. That, like, a mom is a full-time job that never stops. Maybe when you're sleeping, but that's about it. So I really make it a point to find time for me. You know, if I want to go to the nail salon and get my nails done, it's going to make me feel great, I will do that. Want to have a bubble bath, I will do that. Just make time for yourself. Your kids, they are fine. They're well taken care of. You have to take care of yourself too. So just making time for you is very important, and it's become a priority to me the last, I want to say, year and a half. It's definitely something that I make a point to schedule into my day, even if it's like 5 minutes sitting in the room, reading a book, listening to words of affirmation, anything that really uplifts you as a woman, do it. Let's go on to a different question. So how do you organize and store your perfumes? So I actually store all of my perfumes downstairs in my basement in my filming room. My husband just built a shelf and I have them all there. There's no like direct light or anything like that. So that is pretty much how I store them. I used to store it inside a closet, but I really wanted them visible for me to see and like be able to create content with it. So I have it on a shelf in my filming space, which is in the basement. Next question is, how do you stay so positive? I absolutely love your energy. Thank you so much, Aisha. How can I say this without, like, I never want to come off like super vain or act like life is like this perfect bliss in my world. Because it's not, you know, no one has a perfect life. But I think ever since I was very, very young, I just had this mentality of looking at things on the positive side. You know, when they say, look at the cup half full instead of half empty, I think that's the saying. I've kind of always had that mentality since I was very, very young. I just love to be optimistic. I love to have faith in people and in things, and just try to always look at the good in everyone. Honestly, I think I probably got it from my mom. My mom is just like an incredible woman that has been through so much in life, but still remains like the life of the party. Like, she still remains that person. She still laughs. She still loves. She still gives back. She still thinks of others, and she always wants to help people. So I think I got that characteristic from my mom. And as I got older, I really do things intentionally in order to stay in that positive mindset, and things from like journaling, words of affirmation, listening, reading content that is at most positive, that's really going to keep my mind focused on positivity, helps me on the day-to-day basis. Mind you, you have those days where you're just not feeling it, and that's totally normal. I have those days plenty of time, but I always say this, and I have to stress it. You cannot stay in that negative mentality for a long period of time. It's not good for you. First of all, stress is just toxic to your body. It causes you to be sick physically, mentally. And so I always tell people it's okay to not have a good day, but dust yourself off and do what you got to do to really uplift your mood, your mind, your spirit, anything that gives you that touch, that sense of peace and joy. Implement that into your daily routine. It doesn't have to be something super extraordinary, but something as simple as listening to words of affirmation on your phone. If that's going to do it for you, if that's going to bring your spirit to a positive area or place, do that. If shutting your doors and going into the bathroom and doing a skincare routine for 10, 15, 20 minutes, if that's going to just like uplift your mood, give you a sense of peace, do it. Find little things in your daily routine that give you that sense of peace, joy, and positivity, and be intentional with doing it every day. And it really does transform your outlook on life, your outlook on difficult situations, because I'm not going to sit here and say that my life has been amazing. I've been through a lot of hard times. I've been through a lot of terrible seasons in my life, but it's always knowing that there is a bigger picture at the end of it. There's a lesson to be learned always, and there is good that's going to come out of it. No matter how terrible it looks, something good is going to come out of that situation. So it's just, that's the way that I keep my mind focused. And again, I do things intentionally to stay in that headspace, because in this world, it's so easy to get dragged down with negativity. So we really have to be intentional with our day-to-day life, our day-to-day intake on media, whatever we're listening to. It stays in here, affects our brains, and our thoughts are really just powerful, and they really dictate a lot of the outcomes on your day-to-day life. So be careful with what you're putting in your mind. That's essentially what I want to say. So that is how I stay positive. Long answer, but that is how I stay positive. Worst 3 perfumes you have smelt. I don't want to offend anyone. Disclaimer, got to do that, because we get personal with our fragrances. I totally understand. But top 3 that I really didn't like was Mugler's Oud, Alien Oud. Did not like that one. It really came off as a very barnyard-like smell on me. Kilian's Black Phantom didn't work out for me at all. And number 3, Gucci Crush. Those 3 scents just didn't work out for me. Like, as much as I wanted to love them, because I love Mugler fragrances, Kilian the bottle was stunning, and then Gucci a Rush, everyone talked about it. All 3 didn't work out for me. So just at the top of my head, those 3 really didn't work for me at all. Can you tell us more about Angola? Do you visit with your family? Oh, that's such an amazing question. Thank you so much. Angola. So I was born in Angola, which is situated in Africa. For those of you who don't know, I might put a little map here so you get a little bit more of a visual of it. It's a beautiful country with amazing, beautiful people that just have this spirit of living life to the fullest. Unfortunately, our government is very corrupt. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And so there is lots of poverty. The education system is terrible. The health system is terrible. And if you don't have money, you know, unfortunately, you're not in the best position in that country. Those are the really like terrible areas of the country and things that I wish that the government focused on: education for, you know, the children, a better health system, for those who cannot afford to go to a private clinic, you know, providing more jobs, social services, things like that. Unfortunately, there are many African countries that just don't have the tools to provide that for their people. You know, that's why I'm really grateful to have lived in countries that are full of opportunities, and I never take it for granted because I've been to Angola. I was born there. I left when I was younger, but I went back there when I was 12 and stayed there for a year and really got to see the good and the bad because my mom did not want to shield us or sugarcoat our country. And so she allowed us to see the city where we lived in and the beautiful places of Angola, but also allowed us to see the slums and how people live in terrible conditions where they don't even have an actual toilet in their bathroom. And so coming from that background, I appreciate everything that I have in life. And Angola, the people, even the poorest of the poorest, they just have this spirit of living life to the fullest. They're just joyful and they love to have gatherings, very family oriented, country. If you live in an area, you know everyone. There's that level of respect for elders where, you know, everyone that is older than you is an aunt and an uncle. That's kind of how you address them by. The people just love to have fun. Like, my people love to have fun. Music is amazing. And overall, I think that my country is absolutely gorgeous. Like, when you go there on vacation, you will be stunned at the beautiful landscape and just like stunning beaches and all of that good stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't get showcased that much. We unfortunately see a lot of poverty just in Africa in general, but there are some of the most gorgeous places in Africa. I mean, gorgeous places in Africa. And it's definitely a continent that is rich. And I feel like they don't know it. They don't realize how rich. Sadly, Africa in general, the continent, has been robbed of a lot of its riches and been put in debt for many, many years. And so it's hard to come back from that, from all the trauma. And it's really hard to break the chains and try to take a country, an entire country, into a different direction when they're so used to going this way. And I love that the youths, you know, the generation younger than me are stepping up a little bit more and being more entrepreneurship minded and really striving for success. Yeah, I just wish that the government took a different approach. Someone also asked, do I speak Portuguese? Absolutely. Eu falo português. That is what we speak in Angola. We have our native language, but I personally don't know it. I know my dad knows a little bit of it, and then, you know, he's dad and whatnot, but I didn't grow up speaking like the native language. I grew up speaking Portuguese because Portugal actually colonized Angola. And so most of us do speak Portuguese. On to some fragrance questions. Someone asked, what are your favorite notes, fragrance types? So when it comes to notes, I definitely love things that have vanilla. Vanilla, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone loves vanilla. I love vanilla. I really love nutmeg. I'm noticing that I love bergamot in the opening and intertwined with other notes. I am really loving bergamot in my fragrances. I'm starting to really love white floral notes. I think they're just beautiful. And I also really like tonka bean. So those are a few of the notes that I love. When it comes to the different genres of fragrances, I think I love them all, not as equal. So I would say definitely Oriental is one of my favorites. I love Oriental fragrances, and I'm also really loving floral fragrances, but they have to be mixed with other notes to give them some oomph. You know what I mean? I can't just do freshly picked flowers type of fragrance. I need something. I need some depth. I need some patchouli in there. I need something heavier in there to kind of mix things around. But I do love floral fragrances because when I look at my collection, I have a lot of them. I have a ton of them. Love gourmand fragrances, more for winter rather than summertime, but I do love a good gourmand fragrance. So I'm going to ask, what is your favorite vanilla scent? Ooh, honestly, I have so many incredible vanilla scents. It's hard to kind of pinpoint just one. So I'm going to try and just do like top 3 maybe. Current top 3, I want to say Lyra from Jerzoff. I hope I'm saying that name right. I am so in love with that fragrance. It just smells good. Like, it smells so yummy and delicious. I can't get enough of it. And the vanilla in there is like impeccable. Angelique Noir from Guerlain. I will always, always, always mention that fragrance. I absolutely adore it. And Giorgio Armani My Way. I love it. I love it. But you gotta let that one simmer on your skin. The vanilla is true and beautiful in the dry down. 100%. So love Armani My Way. It's definitely been a favorite for me for sure. Oh, what advice do you give for someone who wants to start YouTube and reviewing fragrances? Great question. I definitely get a ton of DMs on that subject in terms of starting a channel, how to grow it, and all of that good stuff. I've been on YouTube for quite some time. I'm going to take a little sip of this. I've been on YouTube for quite some time, not as consistent as I am now. I want to say in the past, it was definitely a true hobby. And so I posted just whenever I kind of wanted to. So it was here and there, sometimes once a month, sometimes, once every 2 months and whatnot. And now I'm definitely a lot more consistent because this is my job. So for anyone who is trying to get on YouTube, first determine, do you want it to be a career path? Or do you want it to just be a hobby? Because there's definitely 2 differences there and 2 different approaches if it's a hobby or if it's a career. If I'm assuming you want it to turn into something that is going to bring you income, and that is 100% possible, I want to say, for anyone. Okay. It does not matter if you have something to say. If you feel like it's of value, put it on the internet. Someone will want that information. So, for me, I want to say the tips that I can give is just, if you want it to turn into more like a business, but also you have to love what you're doing, make a plan. How many videos realistically can you put out a week? I would say minimum when you're just starting out 2 to 3. Okay. If you want your channel to grow a little bit faster, do trending topics that are within your channel, like whatever it is that you're talking about: beauty, fashion, luxury purchases, fragrances. So do trending videos within the fragrance world or fragrance community. A lot of top 10 lists are super booming. Do seasonal content, like right now we're in spring. So top spring fragrances, top floral fragrances, top fresh fragrances. So do contents that are trending right now. That's going to bring a little bit more audience to your channel, more traffic to your channel. And then you can start to trickle other content in your channel. Be consistent. 100%. Like, that is the biggest thing that you can do on YouTube to grow, is to be consistent. 3 videos a week. Tell yourself, I'm going to do that for a good 6 months and see where that takes me. and just go for it and do it. I want to also say, be yourself. Be yourself on YouTube. You know, we are all uniquely made. We're all individuals. And what people see in me, not everyone's going to love. Not everyone's going to enjoy. So they'll go and find someone else that resonates with them, that connects with them. And so just be yourself. Don't try and be like everyone else. I've been there, done that. I'm telling you, I've been there. There's other channels that I would watch and I'm like, oh, that person's getting a lot of views. Let me try and act like them. Let me try and do content like them. Let me just do you. You know, experiment and see what style of content you're more comfortable with, editing style, text overlay, and all that good stuff. I will say, if you are trying to turn this into a business, try and brand your content. So your thumbnails, try and make them look kind of similar in terms of the text overlay. The way your editing style goes, try and make it very cohesive with all of your other videos. So it becomes super memorable to people. And when they see that thumbnail, they instantly know that's you. You know what I mean? So try and kind of brand your channel if you are trying to make this a business and try and make an income and grow your channel and bring more traffic in. With all that being said, consistency is key on YouTube. With anything that you want to do in life, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, you want to go back to school, you want to get a new job, you want a new career path. With anything, if you make a plan for yourself, okay, I need 1 to 10 steps to get to the finish line. How do I get to that finish line? Like, really specify all the things that you need to do to get to your goal and slowly try and tackle them. Each week, try and tackle one thing at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. You'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there. I think in life, we really just have to simplify things and stop overthinking and overanalyzing everything. And we will realize just how simple it is to achieve a goal. It might take time and it's going to take work, you know, because things don't come that easily. But trust me, you just got to have faith in yourself, make a plan for yourself, and tackle each task at a time, and you'll get there in the end. So I hope that was helpful. What made you start YouTube? So when I first started YouTube, there were 2 reasons. 1, I was at home with all of my kids. I wasn't working. 2, I watched a lot of YouTube. Actually, 3 reasons. And 3, it was definitely a period in my life where I was isolated from a lot of people. Like when I'm stressed, when I'm going through a lot of stuff, I used to self-isolate and want to resolve it on my own without anyone knowing. And so at the time, I was definitely going through a very stressful time. There was just so much going on. And I really didn't talk to many people about my problems, my personal problems. And I took to YouTube as an escape because I watched it so much and had fun with it so much and kind of like, you know, let go of all of that stress in my mind and just focus on the video that I was watching. I decided to start my own YouTube channel, and that was my escape. I felt amazing creating content and talking to people online that didn't know my personal life, my personal problems, and it was just neutral. Goals for 2021, and I'll wrap it up here because we've been talking for a while. So goals for 2021. I'm very intentional with my goals. Let me say that. And it's definitely something that I have been for the past 1.5 to 2 years. When I set goals, I really have to ask myself, why do I want that goal? What's the outcome of that goal? You know, because before I would set all these weird goals, all these crazy goals, but it's like, what is the meaning? What is the purpose? And so now I'm very intentional with my goals. And when I set a goal, I set it with the intention of believing that I have the ability to achieve it. Like, every doubt has to be removed. When I write that goal down, doubt has to be removed. I don't necessarily like to share every details about my goals because I think sometimes you have to guard your intentions, not intentions in life, your goals in life, because it's just something so personal. But there are a few that I don't mind sharing with you guys. Hit 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube. YouTube, you know, it has taken me to a whole nother level in life, and I'm very, very grateful for the position that I am today. And it's definitely because all the love and support that you guys show me, and it doesn't go unnoticed, trust me. And so, you know, just seeing all of the work that I put into my content and bettering it every day, it's amazing to see it grow. You know, it is amazing. Like, I don't like to focus on numbers too much, but it's definitely, as a creator, it's an amazing feeling when you see all the hard work that you put into something, into a project, flourish and kind of reaping the seed that you have sown. So I'm really, really excited for that. And I have no doubt in my mind that we are definitely going to hit 100K this year. No doubt. So that is it for this Q&A video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit more about myself. I could sit here and blab on. I'm definitely starting to chat a lot as I get older. Yeah, I talk a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I love y'all so much. Thank you for supporting this channel, supporting my content. It has been incredible. And I definitely want to do more of these Q&As so you guys can get to know me a little bit more outside of the beauty space, the fragrance space, and leave your comments down below. I can't wait to chat with y'all, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.